George Pisida was a Byzantine poet born in Pisidia, flourished during the 7th century AD. From his poems we learn he was a Pisidian by birth, and a friend of Patriarch Sergius I of Constantinople and the Emperor Heraclius. He was a deacon, guardian of the sacred vessels, Referendary, and chartophylax of the Church of St.Sophia. His works have been published in the original Greek with a Latin version. About 5,000 verses of his poetry, most in trimetric iambics, have come down to us. His earliest work, in 3 cantos, is De Expedition Heracli Imperatoris contra Perses, Libri Tres on Heraclius's campaign against the Persians in 622, seems to be the work of an eyewitness. This was followed by the Avarica, an account of a futile attack on Constantinople by the Avars, during the absence of the emperor and his army, said to have been repulsed by the aid of the Virgin Mary, and by the Heracles. A general survey of the exploits of Heraclius both at home and abroad down to the final overthrow of Chosroes in 627. In his paper The Official History of Heraclius's Persian Campaigns, James Howard Johnston makes a strong case for George of Pisida also having composed a now lost account of Heraclius's Persian campaigns in a combination of prose and poetry. This account was apparently based on Heraclius's own dispatches from Persia to the citizens of Constantinople and was available for Theophanes the Confessor as a basis for his chronographia. Next he wrote in Sanctum Jesu Christi, Dei Nostri Resurrectionem, in which the poet exhorts Flavius Constantinus to follow in the footsteps of his father Heraclius. There was also a didactic poem, Hexameron Cosmologia, upon the creation of the world, dedicated to Sergius de Vanitate Vitae, a treatise on the vanity of life, after the manner of Ecclesiastes, Contra Impium Severum Antiochii, a controversial composition against Patriarch Severus of Antioch and his monophysitism. 2 short poems, including In Templum di Pare Constantinopoli, in Blacknicitum upon the resurrection of Christ and on the recovery of the true cross, and he wrote 1 piece in prose, Encomium in es Anastasium Martum, from references in Theophanes, Suidas, and Isaac Zetzes. We know he wrote other works which have not reached us. Michael Psellus later compares him with, and even prefers him to, Euripides. Pisida has been suggested as a possible author of the Akathist hymn to the Theotokos.